Hey everybody, welcome back. Today, Lisa and I, we are on the coral reef deck here on deck 1 on the Margaritaville at Sea Islander. And this is a mixed use deck. There's cabins and public space. We did the cabins in another video, so we're going to look at the public spaces. And on this deck, well, there's really, it's not on this deck, but this is where access to the infirmary is, which is down one more deck. That's deck A. And the Coral Reef Lounge. That's it here for Deck 1 access. So let's go take a look. I want to remind you, this is a 360-degree video, so there's arrows up in the top-hand corner. And so if you want to change the orientation of the video, you can. So as we walk in, there's stairs over to the right that get you up to Deck 2. This club is right underneath the main theater, which is upstairs, so you can access it from those stairs. As you see, there's a bar in here. Love that. And it is called the Coral Reef Lounge, so there's some great coral reef all the way around. There are no stairs. These are all ramps. Very easily accessible for those who have accessibility challenges. Well, this is an old school lounge on an old school ship, so there are columns in the way that you can see down the middle. But nice stage here. This is not their main showroom. Give you a look here. Seating over here as well. You can go up the ramp on the far side by the coral reef, or there's also one down here in the middle. There's also a few restrooms in here. There's your women's room right here. The door's well hidden. We didn't see it at first. And then your men's room is right over there. And as you saw, there's also another set of stairs that take you upstairs. That's it. That's all for the coral reef. We're on deck 2, or the flip-flop deck. This is public space, so we're going to look at all the public spaces and point them out in relationship to the stairs and elevators and give you a 360-degree tour. We do like to stay to the right, and we are all the way at the front of the ship, and this is where the Stars of the Sea, Stars on the Water Theater is. There's also, on this deck, access to the Coral Reef Lounge, which are stairs that go down, and it's on both sides. On this side of the ship, you have men's and women's restrooms that are also accessible. Let's go up here and take a look at the theater. Let's first make sure there's not a rehearsal going on in there. Lots of times those things happen middle of the night. And no rehearsal. There's also stairs in here that lead you upstairs to the balcony area here in the club. The lounge, I should say. An old school theater, so as you see, there are some columns here in the way for some of the seats, but just a couple. It's not bad. And look at that, how it opens up. Beautiful. Big stage. We'll obviously go take a look at the balcony upstairs on a different tour, but you can see it from here. Cutting across is a little challenging. Yeah, love the theater. Let's head on out, show you the rest of the deck. There's a ramp on this side for those in scooters or wheelchairs. There's also other access to the Coral Reef Lounge, which again is downstairs. There is access for that down on deck 1, but you can get here from deck 2 as well. Now, we normally like to stay to the right. As you see, we can't go that way. So we're going to have to sort of go over to the left to get to the right. And we'll talk about this stuff when we circle back around. You're going to be entering the casino. As you saw, there's a nice bar here inside the casino. And we're going to try to stay over to the right as much as possible. There are tables, as you see here, in the middle, and wrapped around them are machines. There's your casino cashier right there. Speaking of cash, there's a couple ATM machines here. Remember, we're staying to the right. We'll go down the left side of the ship later. Over here to our left is the center or midship stairs and elevators. There's some glass elevators right here. To my right is your excursions desk. All things excursions done here. So if you want to go see something in the world, you're going to do it there. There's also another ATM. When you get on the ship in Tampa, that's where the ship's currently ported out of. This is how you enter, from these doors right here. Here's your guest services area right there. So you're going to come see this gentleman right here if you have any kind of issues. I do believe this is just all office space back here. Yep, just all office space. Here's a famous flip-flop. Remember, this 360-degree camera, so you can take the angle and look straight up if you want. I'm going to do it here, too, so you can see. But absolutely beautiful atrium area. Behind me is the bar. That's a stage up above the bar there, the flip-flop bar. So we're going to have to go on the left here to stay on the right, because there was a dead end back there. There's a women's restroom here, tucked in on the side. Some nice seating along the hall. Men's room is right here. Those are not accessible restrooms. Here's the Hemisphere Dancer Craft Spirits Bar. Solo act here last night that we heard for a little bit, which was pretty good. Look at the Pearl on the way out. Reason why we can't stay to the right is because of the hot nubclite nightclub. Yeah, this is 2-story. You cannot access the downstairs area, the deck 2 area, from deck 2. You can only get there here. If it's not, then we'll shoot it in a different video with the lights on. But it's nice to see it like this sometimes. This is a bar area. There's a lot of colors behind here. They're all surfboards, which is kind of really neat. So you can take the stairs there, which we will downstairs in a minute, but I wanted to show you this other side of the club here. 2 seats. And again, look down onto the dance floor. I bet this place is banging at night, so we'll have to come in and check it out for you. There's some windows to the outside. Sure you hopefully see the water whooshing by. All right, let's go take a look downstairs. Again, this spiral staircase is the only way to get down there. There's no access from deck 1. And it dumps right onto the dance floor. This looks like it all lights up. Got a little video wall there. Nice lighting grid. There's a couple steps here to get off the dance floor. As nightclubs go, it's fairly small. Again, hopefully the camera's catching it. But this is not a big ship, guys. It's 86,000 tons. Maybe back in the day when it was built 20 plus years ago, it was big, but by today's standards, this is a small ship. So the fact that it's got a 2-story nightclub in it is pretty cool. These are your aft elevators and stairs that we're at. Nothing further to the right. In front of us is your Finn's dining room. Obviously the doors are closed, but this is the entrance to get into Finn's. Those would be propped open so you would see. And you check in right here when you come for dinner. Now this is the main dining room. For those who don't have the dining package or we're doing specialty restaurants, so this is where you're going to come. All your stations are over here for your servers and the dining area in there, obviously. We'll go down the middle here in a minute. We are all the way in the back of the ship, so it's nice when you're having dinner. If the sun is still up, you'd see out the back of the ship if you're seated here towards the back. We happen to be seated right over here last night, so we got good looks of the back of the ship. This is a mirror image. This side looks exactly like the other. Again, all your waiter stations. Told you we go down the middle, so we'll go down the middle here. You see the palm trees. Now, as you see, there is a balcony or second story to this restaurant. However, it is not this restaurant. Upstairs is called the Islander restaurant. Those are for people who have purchased a dining package or in suites. So it's a slightly different menu than in here and slightly more formal dress. I don't mean formal as in formal, but this restaurant here is very, very casual. This one upstairs, the Islander, which again, we'll show you when we do the tour upstairs, but it's more traditional type dress for main dining rooms these days. Used to pair of jeans and a polo. That's it for the one side of the ship. Let's go down the other. Catch the things we didn't see. Again, the hot nightclubs to my left. Over here is the Pearl dining area. Now, this is not currently in use as a dining facility. It's really sort of an annex That says pull. The doors are flip-flopped. So they can use this for additional dining if they need. There's a door that opens to the Finn's dining area. But right now they use it more for special events and things. So they're not currently using it for dining. But yeah, you could hold some special events in here if you want. This would be great for a group space, I think. But they do have convention space on the ship too, so we'll show you that later on. Well, there's your Pearl dining room if they're ever using it. Again, back through the Hemisphere bar area here. Hemispheres, Dancer, Craft, and Spirits, I should say. They just call it Hemispheres bar. Love all the little extra seating areas. Again, we just wanted by the bathrooms. During the day, you get some nice light here from the outside. Back towards the center atrium. Here's a great place to take some pictures. Right here, sit down on the boats. Love it. Depending on which way the ship docks, I pointed out on the other side about getting in and out of the ship at port when we're in Tampa, but you obviously can do it on that side as well. Again, midship elevators and stairs. We're going to walk slow on the granite since he just washed and stay over to the edge so I don't put footprints in this newly washed floor. We're going to go back through the casino, but look at the other side of it now. There's a men's and women's restroom right here, and it does not look to be accessible. We have a little arcade here, and you can get in there from down there as well, so we'll just show you this little area here. These are the grabby games. Right, sneaking back out to the main area here, the far side of the world. Right, but we'll go in the other door to see the rest. Some stairs to get up to deck 3, the Havana bar. Again, this is the main entrance. There's 2 here, one down there, one here for the far out arcade. We saw your grabby games right there. Now I've got a Guitar Hero. Nice. Let's go out the way we came in. No old school games, at least here. This is the far out. This is one of the areas, I believe this is the teen area, I think. There's several different kids clubs on the ship, and they're all towards the front of the ship, but they are spread out. But again, this is called the far out. They have the kids areas. Oh, this one's open. They had been locked. So we'll go out, or we'll go inside, I should say. Some gaming consoles here. They have a schedule posted of things going on. Little pool table. And I think it flips over to become something else. We're not going to flip it over, obviously, because the balls are on there, but you can see it looks like it might spin. Let me just put my... Yeah, it's air hockey on the other side. Very cool. Right, some seating and stuff. A lot of kids on the ship, guys. There you go. So yeah, the teen club. Get door well hidden. I mean, so pay attention when you come in. And that is it, everybody. That is full 360-degree tour here on deck 2. We are on the Living It Up deck, which is deck 3. We're here all the way at the front of the ship in the front elevators and stairs. And we're going to show you an entire 360-degree tour of this deck. And it's actually shot in 360 degrees, so you'll see some arrows up in the top left-hand corner of the video. You can use those to change the position of the camera and the angle that you're seeing. So feel free to do that. Outside of that, let's get to the tour. So again, we are all the way at the front of the ship. Here is the Stars of the Water Theater, which is through that door. We're going to go there in a minute. However, in front of that is the fitness center, right? The Fins Up Fitness Center we're going to look at first. There's also an outdoor area here on deck 3. We'll check that out in a different video. So they call this area A1A. Relatively quiet area to come and sit. Some nice looks outside. Maybe that'd be a decent area for Lisa and I to stream from. Do one of our live shows. A little bit of a ramp. Fitness center is actually upstairs. Technically, this is a crew area, so you will have to use the stairs. I just wanted to show you that. We are gonna go around there in a minute for you to see it, but I do want to show you the fitness center. On a lot of ships, the fitness center is closed in the evening. This one is accessible. As fitness centers go, it's a decent size for a ship this size. It just doesn't have a lot of equipment in here. Right? There's a lot of ships that have equipment packed to the gills. Not so much on the ship, but depending on how many people are here working out, there's enough. So there are some free weights I saw out here earlier when we were up here. They must be put away in the evening. Oh, they're back over here. Sorry. You have a few treadmills. Use ellipticals. Bikes. Nice little dome. You can use a 360 camera. There's restrooms in here. One on the other side over there. And now they do some classes here. You have a place for some mats and things. And we said somebody here doing some stretching, some yoga yesterday. All right, so let's go back down. I believe there's a set of stairs on the other side too, but we'll just take these since we're here. And then I know that was up a deck, but this is the only way to get to it. I don't believe you can get there from deck 4. Circle around. Yep, as expected, there's another set of stairs right there. And this has your chairlift. For those who have accessibility challenges, the chairlift can get you up there. All right, so this must be A1A south, I guess. The other side was north. North goes to the front of the ship, south goes to the aft part of the ship, or the back part, I guess. I don't know. So we're back out here at the elevators and stairs. I know I'm doing a bit of a circle, but I do like to stay to the right. So we're going to go check out the balcony here in the Stars on the Water Theater. We already know they're not rehearsing, and so it's okay to come in. Now, once you come in here, there are stairs that go up to a higher section of the balcony as well as down lower. There's an elevator inside here as well. So if you have accessibility challenges, there's an elevator to get up and or down. There's a ramp. Here is your balcony views. And to me, this would be my favorite seat right here. I'm not sure. Well, the guys in the tech area right there. Let's see. We'll give you the show view. I believe from a recording standpoint, this would be, if I want to show you guys the show, there's going to be somebody's head there. But maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I can, maybe up there. But here's your balcony. Nice look. All right, there's a few sightline problems, but not very many. Not very many. So we came in this area. We can go out this area here. You know, but what I could do with permission is put the camera like right there. Or right here. That'd be a good spot for it. But yeah, love the layout. It's broken up into like little sections. Right? Newer theaters are more continuous. We see a lot of the older theaters like this. These balconies are raked back pretty steep, which is great, which means there's no heads in the way. That's why I like coming up here in the balcony area. So just a nice theater. All right, moving on. The ramp on this side. More stairs to get upstairs or downstairs. Access to the outside area, which we'll do in another video. This is your hangout area. This is another teen area. You can see the lights are off. And it is locked, so we cannot get in there. The hours of operation are posted. We'll try to shoot some other video if we were able to. We'll have inserted it. It's hard to shoot kids areas once the cruise is started. We try to video those on embarkation day, but we couldn't get in then either. We do like to stay to the right, but because of how the ship is designed, it forces us to the left. Men's and women's restrooms right here. We're sort of on the outskirts of the Havana bar. And there's also another entrance to the hangout. Of course, it's closed. We already talked about the Havana Club here. It's broken up into little vignettes. So there's one here. There's a little seating area here. There's another seating area over here. Nice little stage. Or solo or duo. Of course, your bar. Roll Tide. There you go. There's another section here. There's also a set of stairs that comes from deck 2 up here. And we're back out to the main drag right here. This is a cool little vignette. All right, let's continue on. We're entering the little shopping area here. Sundries, cigarettes, liquor here. Your alcohol and things. Of course, it'll be duty free. On this side, looks like a Margaritaville store. Right, all Margaritaville / Jimmy Buffett apparel. Yeah, it literally says it. Margaritaville store. Which is more that side. This side is more of your jewelry and stuff. Island Time gifts and more. Again, the alcohol, tobacco over that side. Over here, there's some clothing and some different trinkets and stuff. Some more Hawaiian shirts. And it also has Margaritaville logos on it. There you go. As we come out of this area, we have a men's room here. Again, it does not say accessible. Let's try to get back to the other side of the ship. See if we can do that for you guys. These are the center elevators and stairs area. Women's room on this side. Access to the outside, which, again, we'll shoot in a different video. Don't forget to use those arrows up in the top left-hand corner to reorient the video to change your perspective. Here's your Margaritaville Vacation Club. Future cruise area. Your hours. And we're overlooking the atrium. Here you can see where that stage is elevated above the ground there. This is your concierge area. This area is for those who are in the suites. And we can't stay to the right, so we're going to have to go back to the left again. I love this right here. Margaritaville at Sea logo, which is right behind a model of the ship. We'll talk more about this area when we cover the other side. Men's and women's room right here. Does not say they're accessible. Here is your conference center. Compass Rose. So if you're having an event at sea, getting a big group cruise, like we have one coming up soon, this would be a great place to have it. There's a couple big TVs in here, actually one big TV. That's a screen, speaker system, nice comfy chairs. Yeah, it's all set up for us, guys. And this room can be cut up into two. Lisa's standing right where the air wall is. The air wall's tucked in right there. So if you have a smaller group, you don't need this big space. You can cut it off and use just half of it, so it doesn't seem so expansive. Piano bar here. We were listening to the guy a little bit last night. It's pretty good. Obviously the bar, but we'll see that on the way out. We're going down the other side of the ship. We're all the way at the back now. Stay to the right. Make sure we don't miss anything. So this is not the main entrance to the Islander. We're going to go there in a second. But you do have access to the outside of the ship. This is crew area. There's normally a door shut. I just didn't want you to think that was for passengers. The main entrance for the Islander restaurant, for those who are staying in suites and or have the dining package, is right here. So during operating hours, this would be propped open and you'd easily see that it's where you're supposed to come in. Even though this is just above the Finn's restaurant, it's a lot different up here. There's tablecloths up here. It's a little bit more formal. And again, I don't mean formal as in putting on a suit or a tux, but downstairs, it's very, very informal. Up here, more traditional dress for a dining area for these days. So for the men, at least, you know, pair of khakis or jeans and a polo shirt. Something like that, I would say. Those are the rules. We adhere to them, but, you know, we see t-shirts in here too. Sitting area over here. Now we are all the way in the back of the ship. So if you're eating in here and it's still daylight out, you have some great views out the back of the ship. Little stage area here. I suppose if they wanted to have a musician up here, I don't think they do, but it's set up there. A little mixing console. Somebody asked us if they play Jimmy Buffett music nonstop everywhere. The answer is no, they don't. Yes, you're going to hear some Jimmy Buffett music, but it's not everywhere and all the time. Yeah, Lisa said it's a good mix. And there's another set of doors there for getting in and out, but that's not technically the way in and out. It's over here, which is how we're going to go. So you guys know how you're supposed to go. Coming back over here now. Again, it's on our right side as we head the other way. Here's the door in and out of the Islander again. Not accessible. You can leave this way if you want, but you can't check in. You can also access to the outside area, which we'll show you in a different video. Let's head back here through the Bubbles Up Lounge, which we already saw, but there it is. Lights look like bubbles. All right, it's also the piano bar. Men's and women's restroom again to my left. We already saw those. We're entering back towards the center atrium area. Even though this is your photo area, yesterday this was also, if you were having internet access issues, you'd see these people here. We're sort of in the photo area. And though they seem to have the old school panels, I didn't notice anything printed yesterday. I noticed a lot of digital on the boards, like you see down here. There are pads for you to touch to see your photos, but I saw them up here too. But if they are printing some, if you will, old school, there's the walls up here. Great views of the center atrium. There's glass elevators. ATM machine. There's your access to the elevators. You can get them. Stairs as well here. Center of the ship. These elevators here are not the glass ones. The glass ones are on the other side. Let's go back through the shopping. Remember, there's access to the outside to the right, but we'll do that in a different video. We already walked through here. Because of the ship's design, we couldn't stay on the other side of the ship. So since we already walked through here and talked about it, we're just going to walk straight through. Entering the Havana sports bar area again. We already looked at all of that inside. We did not walk down here, so we're doing that to make sure we don't miss the restrooms for you guys. Men's and women's, and it does say these are both accessible. And that is it. We are all the way back at the front of the ship in the front elevators and stairs. We're on deck 4 in the front of the ship, and the only public space up here is the actual upper balcony here at the very front of the ship in the theater. And we wanted to make sure we showed you because it's got some great views up here. I personally love the overlook shots because you get a great view of the whole perspective. Now, sometimes if you're all the way back here, on some stages that are deep, you may not see everything in the back. I'm just pointing that out if you do come all the way up here. But these seats, like right down there, would be perfect. So here is, we'll walk to the other side, but we just wanted to make sure that we showed you this upper balcony section here, which you can get to from the forward elevators and stairs here on deck 4. We started inside the club because the gentleman was out there cleaning, so we didn't want to start there. Now, these are slide doors, which typically means an alarm goes off when you move them. So we'll double back and go to the other side. But we also wanted to show you on this side, there is men's and women's restrooms. All right, so we'll double back to the other side. They did have this one open. And you can get here from the stairs too. You don't have to come from deck 4. You can get here from deck 3. Actually, technically deck 2. The stairs, the spiral stairs go all the way up. But if you're staying in a cabin here on deck 4, you can access right from your cabin. And again, there was the other side, but as I mentioned, that fire door was closed. So we didn't want to open it because typically an alarm goes off when those type of doors are moved. So there you go. There's your Stars on the Water Theater here on deck 4. We're on deck 9, or the 5 o'clock somewhere deck. There's a lot of public areas out here. It's sort of the Lido, that's what everybody would call it on a lot of other ships, as well as the spa, the Saint Somewhere Salon and Spa are up here. We shot that in a separate video. But we're going to go outside here and look at the pool deck area and the buffet. So there's some restrooms here, men and women. This sort of is the second pool area. There's nice seating here. They play some different things out here. Last night they had the NBA finals on. Give you a land shark bar on the other side, but we'll see that when we get to the other side. If you got little ones, they provide vests for the little ones. There's a little door here. It's always propped open, but this takes us to the other pool area. This area can be enclosed. It does have a retractable roof. I'm not sure here in the Caribbean they have to retract it much, close it much, because the weather's, for the most part, pretty warm down here. But there's a stage down here as well. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you today? Again, it's the stage where a band plays here. This is where the sail away party is. We have a beverage station over here, as well as the Mexican Cutie Cantina. And ice cream. There's soft serve right there. I think there's soft serve on both sides. We'll see the other side when we come around. Obviously, you see there's some stairs to get upstairs, but we're going to go into the buffet. You have a hand wash station right here. No washy-washy, no yummy-yummy. Accessible men's bathroom. And we have our midship elevators and stairs. And there was seating over there. I'm not trying to skip it, but I'm just trying to show you here the sort of access to the center atrium looking down that way, as well as up there to the bubble and spiral staircase up there. So this is sort of a mirror image type of situation here with the buffet. Sort of a lot of the old ships look like this. So you have a drink station here and a line. Same thing on the other side, of course, which we'll see when we get there. But everything's just mirror imaged. You have another station over here. Starting to get ready for breakfast. Speaking of drinks, you can get some water, Lisa? More seating here. It's actually where Lisa and I sat when we came on the ship. But your pizzeria is back here. Frank and Lola's Pizzeria. A couple drink stations here. Again, we're not going to go too far into the middle because it's mirror imaged. We're going to show you that in a minute. But here's a station here. This was closed. This was not open when we got on the ship. We'll let you know in other videos if we find it open. Condiments. Find it open later on. We're heading out to the Tiki Bar and Grill out here in the back. The men's restroom here. So a food service area here. Your bar, Tiki Bar and Grill. They're out here cleaning, so we're not going to go all the way out. But they've got all of these chairs are normally out here in the back. It's a great area to chill. all the way to the back of the ship here. Absolutely awesome. It's a little windy all the way out there to the back, but not too bad. So, but like I said, he's out there cleaning, so we're going to stay away. Let's get to the other side. He still got us a little water. I'm going to take a little sip, y'all. So over here, there's a few cabanas that you can rent. Private cabanas. Again, there's normally chairs and stuff out there. No little service area over here. Need pool towels. Right from this gentleman right there. Good morning. Women's restroom here on this side. Open and close door manually. All right, remember this is a mirror image, so everything we saw on the other side, we're about to see again over here. So you had a food service area here. Well, actually, it's your coffee shop. Sorry about that. I thought it was a food service area. It's food service over there, which again was closed when we got on the ship, but your little coffee bar here. The other side of the pizzeria is here, though on this side they had fresh fruits. So pizza was over on this side. On this side here, they had fresh fruits. They are carved into little chunks. You have to ask for a bowl of it. It's not self-serve there. They have like pears and oranges and apples. Those are self-serve, but they're whole. They had some desserts here during lunchtime. We're back to the center area here. Again, there's a drink station, main food service area here. There is a set of stairs to access the food service area up there on deck 10 in the center atrium. Oh, yeah, we won't do that. Your midship elevators and stairs are over here. We're going to walk out to the pool deck. Here's our ladies accessible restroom. Hand wash station. So just mirror image. The stairs to get up to 10. Another food service area. And another soft serve. Again, mirror image. Another hand wash station. And we're back out here at the pool. That, again, here's the roof enclosure. That can be closed in case of inclement weather. So you could still have the use of a pool here. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, shower. The same thing on the other side, by the way. These are also reserved cabanas. They have these up, but these come down and sort of separate them off. So these are all reserved cabana area. One of the pool bars here, which connects through to the other side. There's a set of doors here, so in case of inclement weather, they can close it. The ship was really designed for all weather, so you can take it to Alaska or what else? Where just colder climates, which is why they have the two separate areas. The land shark bar, again, which circles around. And we're back out here to the full outside pools. On Sailaway Day, they had a Jimmy Buffett concert playing out here. More reserved cabanas here. And it looks like, funny because these things are up, but, when they're not cleaning, these are down, so it's more private. Hey everybody, welcome back. Today, Lisa and I, we're on the Margaritaville at Sea Islander. We're on deck 10, or the Lucky Star deck. We're going to show you everything that is from deck 10 and above. We're going to do it in real time, 360 degree. Now, what I mean by 360 degree is we are shooting this in 360. And the top left-hand corner, you'll see arrows. You can change the position of the video if you like. But for now, let's start. We like to stay to the right. And here to the right. As you can see, there's not too much further you can go. Those are all balconies back there for the cabins that are up here on deck 10. So we'll go this way. There is a set of stairs to go up here, which we'll go up in just a second. This is sort of the smoking area that goes all the way around here. Let's just get up here to deck 10. Or excuse me, above deck 10. Where your mini golf is and the sports court or your pickleball court. We'll walk this way. A really nice looking mini golf up here. We are all the way at the front of the ship. Obviously, you see there's another set of stairs right there, so you can get up on either side, port or starboard. Use your pickleball court. I think that's all they do here. They actually call it their Paradise Pickleball at Sea. I'm not sure they use this for anything else other than pickleball. Nice looking court. That's it for up here. So let's get back down to 10 and continue the tour there. There's two pools here. This one's fully open. The other one does have a cover that can go over it if you're in inclement weather. Up here on deck 10, there's plenty of loungers as well. You can also overlook the pool. Here's the lookout bar, at least on this side. We'll show you the main bar is on the other side. We'll see that when we come around. Here's the other pool. We showed that all in deck 9, but you can see that you're overlooking it. You can cut across over there if you want. There's also some stairs to my right. And this door will take you to some of the elevators and stairs. Nope, just stairs, up or down. So there's a men's room right here. Lots of space up here. Too bad there aren't some loungers out here. This would be a good place to hang. It's quiet. We're all the way towards the back of the ship. See there's a set of stairs that lead you down to deck 9. It's a pool down there and hot tub. Some cabanas. You should also see lots of chairs. And we showed you that on the deck 9 tour. Let's go up so we don't miss this section. This little kids play area plus access to the slide. Use your slide right there. walk up here to get there. There's another deck up here higher. We'll go do that too. We're right here. This is just a sun deck. There's nothing really up here. There's no chairs or anything, but you want to bring a towel and lay down up here. It's going to be incredibly quiet. To me, these are some fun little hidden spaces. What would be nice if they put some chairs up here. You know, it's the same on the other side. Press the little button here. And that leads to where we were, or at least overlooking. And this goes down to deck 10 here. This door's closed. There's a restaurant in here. So we're going to go down to deck 10 and then come back up here. And we're kind of looping around, kind of funny, but the ship's broken up just a little bit. So we want to make sure that we see it all. This overlooks the atrium. We can also get into this space from the midship elevators, the glass, and the regular elevators right there. All right, so again, this is the JWB Prime Steakhouse specialty restaurant. And also access from this glass stairwell here. That would be a little precarious for me. The one being afraid of heights, if you will. Let's go back upstairs here. Where we came down. Of course, there's also seating up here. Extra chairs and things. It looks like to me they're using this more as storage right now than actual dinner. I can't imagine they'd have this stuff out here during a dinner period, so I think they're just using it as storage. I could be wrong. Let me know if you've been on or gonna go on the Islander and ate upstairs here on JWB. All right, let's get back outside. We'll go ahead and cut across here. We haven't gone down this way, but it's just a mirror image of the other side, so we're not missing anything. A little play area up here for the kids. At the time of making this video, it is the Islanders' 1-year anniversary with Margaritaville at sea. And they had been voted best family cruise line. So consider bringing the family. That just looks inviting. All right, let's continue on deck 10. And a lot of space here. There's no chairs, but just grab a towel and just lay out. Or maybe drag a chair. I don't know, whatever you want to do. The other side had a men's room. This may have a ladies' room, so we'll check it out. And it does. In this room right here. Set of stairs that lead you up and or down. Speaking of stairs down, there's another set right there. And here we are back at the pools, just on the other side. Landshark bar, and up top the Landshark lookout. Get your drinks from down there. Come on up here. Have the party. All right, overlooking the pool, all the activity. They got concerts that play on there. They've had NBA Finals on there. They've had the hockey Stanley Cup going on there. They've had all kinds of things on that TV. More tables and chairs here. As you can see, this area is roped off. They're not doing anything in here yet, so we are going to cut through. It's not usually roped off. I believe they're about to do some work up here. So we'll just cut through real fast before they start. This is your other side of the smoking area. It starts on the one side of the ship, wraps all the way around here, and ends right there, it looks like. Another set of stairs to get you upstairs. All right, so this is the end of this side. And that is it. We've gone 360 degrees here on deck 10, 11, and I don't know, maybe there was a small area up on 12. Either way, we hope you, hopefully you found a spot you like to hang out at out there. All right, until we see you on another deck or another ship, y'all be safe. Ciao.